Hi, I'm Shane with ETR.com. Today you're going to be taking a look at, and I'm going to walk you through the installation on the replacement motorhome kit for the Air Force One supplemental braking system on our 2017 Fleetwood Pace Arrow LXE. This is designed, say if you're flat towing a vehicle already, but you go out and you buy a new motorhome. Your new motorhome's not going to have the correct components to flat tow that vehicle with the Air Force One braking system in it. This is designed to be installed on your new motorhome so you can again flat tow that vehicle that has that braking system. First thing you want to do when you start your installation is you need to find a place to mount your unit. This is what your unit's going to look like. It's going to have a small tank on it and then your bottom here. We are on the passenger side of our RV towards the back, and I just bolted it right to one of my compartments. It's actually going to be the second compartment up from the back side. You're going to use a 9/16 socket, or I'm sorry, 9/16 drill bit, drill a couple holes, and you have bolts, flat washers, and locking nuts to hold it in place. Once you get that installed, you need to determine your metered air and your supply air on the vehicle itself, or on the RV. Our supply air is going to be the smaller of the two lines. It's going to run between this lower unit and that upper unit. It's going to be this line here, and it's just a black line. Once you determine, or you get that line, and if you are still unsure if it's the right one, if you take the line out from one of the fittings on the end where it's connected, have somebody step on the brakes. If you feel pressure coming out of that, then you know you have the right one. Once you have the right one, cut your line, add your small T-fitting like this. Then you need to find your supply line. Before you cut the supply line, you need to make sure all the air is out of the brakes. All you do is when you park your vehicle, shut it off, press on the brakes until all the air is out of the tanks. Your larger line, which is this one, is going to be your supply line. You're going to cut that line in half, or cut it, and then you're going to add the larger of the two T-fittings. You want to make sure that the end of your lines are clean. You're going to make sure that they're inserted all the way. If not, you got a possibility of having a small air leak. Then, from each one of those, what you can do is you're going to run a line from here, and you're going to run a line from here back to your unit that you mounted next to your box. Now if you want to run these at the same time, that's fine. I will say this kit, the amount of line that comes in it is not enough. You're probably better off getting some more. You can find it here at ETR.com. It's just 1/4 inch airline tube. I would suggest getting about an extra 10 foot. From each fitting, if you're running both lines from here, and if you run two black ones, I would mark one of them with a colored paint marker. That way you know which one you're metered and which one is your supply line. Doesn't matter which one you mark, just so you know when you get back to your unit, you know which one goes where. You want to make sure you're running them, you stay away from anything hot or moving. I ran mine over top of all this factory wiring. Up above where all this factory wiring is. Up above this cross brace in between my frame rails. I went through my frame rail over here, went up, went through all this factory wiring, so I'm high enough above my exhaust. You can see where I ran them right up here to keep them up off my exhaust. And then my red one, which was my supply, I ran to the side of my tank here. My metered air, which was my black one, I ran it right down behind, and there's a fitting right in between my tank and this lower section, or lower unit. And then my line that runs back to my L bracket, or my air fitting on the back that we mount, comes out of the bottom. I ran that one straight under, in between the pan and this framing. Again, keep it up away from the exhaust. I went over the top of this frame bracket. I came straight down, mounted my T-fitting right underneath my wiring. Has an air fitting in the back. And make sure when you insert your fitting or insert your line, you just make sure it's cut flat, it's not pinched or kinked. This is your air fitting that is going to allow you to connect your hose from this unit on the RV to the T-fitting on the car to give you that air pressure to apply the brakes when you need to slow down or stop. Now we're going to check out the vehicle that's hooked up to the RV. We're going to make sure everything's working in sync. More time. Once you've tested everything out, you know it's working correctly, you're ready to go. Again, I'm Shane with eTrailer.com. I hope this video has helped you with the installation on the replacement motorhome kit for the Air Force One supplemental braking system on your 2017 Fleetwood Pace Arrow LXE.